Hey Sag, I'm starting your reading at 3:33 a.m. Hope you guys are all good. I'm going to see what wants to come out for the present energy. If this does resonate, like, share and subscribe. It's always greatly appreciated. First card out. Nine of Cups. Wish fulfillment. Followed by the Star. I feel emotional just with these two cards. It feels like you're about to be very happy. Something you've been manifesting, something you've been working on manifesting is coming into fruition. It feels like you've spent a long time mastering yourself in order to receive this, in order to meet it vibrationally. Whatever this is, whether it's receiving something, an experience, building something, it's just like huge confirmation that you've transcended something, that you've healed something, you've leveled up in some way. The Magician. Future energy. One more. I'm like, one more for the Magician, the Empress, 222. The Star, the Magician, the Empress is a beautiful energy. It feels like healing shame, healing guilt, clearing abundance blocks, being able to surrender, to slow down, to appreciate yourself. It feels like moving in a way. It's like it's all good and well knowing that we create from the inside out. It's all well and good knowing that our beliefs create our reality, that we choose what we want to see, what we want to create. But to actually make those decisions minute by minute, to make a better decision, to do something differently, to pick a different way, to slow down when you want to speed up, to get up when you want to fall down. It feels like learning to flow, getting back into your own flow. It's a very magnetic energy. It feels like healing the feminine, regardless of gender, feminine energy. Recent past, mastering emotions. What is this? Temperance. Why? Learning how to commit to yourself. It feels like you could have gone through a lot of grief, maybe loss, some kind of rejection. Having to face shadow aspects of yourself, meeting yourself with love, going into those feelings, feeling them, accepting them, integrating something. It feels like some of you could have been asking yourself why you had to go through so much emotional turmoil, so many lessons when it comes to emotion. For some of you, it's when it comes to relationships. You could have had a lot of what you saw as failed relationships. Give me something else for this. Yeah, it's like something had to crumble because you wasn't satisfied anyway. Something wasn't good enough anyway. It's like maybe it was comfortable, maybe on paper it looked good, maybe to the outside world it looked good, it looked shiny, it looked new. All that glitters isn't gold, you wasn't happy. Regardless of how good something was, how stable something was. It feels like having to let everything go or walk away from something you've always wanted. Maybe a happy family, maybe a home, maybe a career. Maybe something that's like been a foundational thing. something that, because it's like whatever this was, it's like it wasn't satisfying, but you would have stayed in this forever. It's like there was no reason to leave, or it's like there wasn't a heavy enough reason. Something had to push you out, or something left so you could come back to yourself. Things had to be balanced out. It's like some of you may not have realised how much you were sacrificing of yourself to stay in this situation. How you was maybe missing a path that was leading to your dreams. Maybe not paying attention to your own body signals, to your own gifts, to your own talents. Foundational. Hierophant. Hierophant, the Star, the Empress, the Magician, Temperance. Yourself. Yeah, mastering yourself. Chariot. Best you can do right now. Keep on moving in and out. This is songs coming through. Keep on moving. I forgot who sings it. Keep on moving in and out. You keep on moving. It's like pick a side, pick a way, left or right. What way you going? Do you want to go back to some kind of turmoil, or are you ready to move on? It's a decision. Are you going to settle for something you've already come out of? There's a chance to go to do something new, to do something different, but it means a huge commitment. It feels like this is related to your purpose. Hierophant. Hierophant. And one more. It's like there's always a sacrifice, but be mindful of if you're putting yourself first. It's like, are you sacrificing for others, or are you sacrificing for yourself, for your future? Because it feels like there's an opportunity right now to progress something in terms of family, or have a family, build something in terms of relationships. There's an opportunity to bring in wealth, to create wealth, to take something to the next level. But it means making a decision that's going to put you in a feeling of loss. It's like you can't have both worlds. And I'm a firm believer in you can. Like, I always hear, and I get it, maybe it's real, like, I don't know. But in my head, it's like, until I can prove myself wrong, I'm just going to believe what I want to believe. And if our beliefs create our reality, then why can't you have different worlds, all worlds together? Like, why do you have to leave something behind? But it's like, in order to create this new world, something needs to be let go of. And it doesn't need to be let go of in the way you may be thinking. It's like energy can't be destroyed. You can't delete a person. You can't remove them from your life. You can't, well, you can, but you can't delete a person. You can't just, you can never have complete control if you'll ever see someone again, if you'll ever be around someone again, if you're going to bump into someone, if you're going to have to face something, an emotion, an experience. Like, we have no control over certain things. And I feel like it's getting to a place to accept that we don't really have control over everything. And as much as we can control things, that control comes from letting go, from surrendering, from dropping into the feminine. It's like you're most in control when you let go of control. We really just need to get out of our own way. And there's something here about that. It's not a case of it just removing something or something will never be around again, but it's healing your relationship with this thing. Maybe you do need to step away from whatever this is, person, place, or thing, in order to heal the relationship with it. It's not the thing or the person that's the problem. And by running away from the thing or deleting the thing, whether it's an addiction to something, to drinking, to substance, to spending, to sex, to porn, to whatever it is, eating. Like, eating isn't the problem, the substance isn't the problem, the alcohol isn't the problem. Well, but the alcohol isn't the problem. It's your relationship with it. The person isn't the problem. You can't change the person. You can't delete the person. You can't delete the thing. It's energy. Energy can't be destroyed. This thing exists. To resist anything is to resist everything. Instead of trying to put something down, run from it, avoid it, distract yourself, even in terms of doing healing things. Like, sometimes it's like you can keep busy doing all of the like meditation, yoga, breath work, all these things. Like, you can stay busy doing these things. You can stay in a positive place. You can put yourself in an environment where you are only feeling good. But it's like, until you're met with a situation that you go back to feeling that, till you are triggered, until it's like, can you regulate yourself, your nervous system, when you start to feel uncomfortable? Can you sit in the uncomfortable feeling? Because it's like, you've learned the skills, you've got the tools, you've got the ability, you've got the resources to comfort yourself through a situation right now, but it's like Saul's saying no. The power's in the emotion. No matter how much you gain, no matter what you do or how you use your resources, how many more resources you get outside of yourself, that nothing's going to quite help you to elevate, that the answers aren't going to come from out there, but through whatever this loss is, by facing this. And it's like, by facing this, by sitting in the grief, by feeling the grief, by holding yourself through that, in that place of non-judgment, like not seeing the grief as wrong or something you're trying to change. Just bring awareness to it to help that. You'll feel more of a relief than by trying to fight it, like in society, and like a lot of the time it's like a rush to get over things. If we're sick, we rush to the doctor. I need to fix this, I need to mask this symptom, I need to heal something. If there's issues in our relationships, like, we'll go out or go and do something, run away from it, maybe go and drink or distract ourselves with work, whatever it is. Brushing things under the carpet, and then wait until we've kind of suppressed things, and then going back straight into the same situation. It's like, it's not about the success here. It's like, this thing, energy can't be destroyed. This thing won't go away. It's like, this feeling is not going to go away. As much as you distract yourself, as much as you pretend that something's not hurting, because it feels like this is almost an inconvenience. This feeling's an inconvenience. It's like, you've got things to do, you've got things you want to do. You want the, whatever this relationship is, you want to be enjoying your relationship, or you want to call in your soulmate, whatever it is. It's like, you're ready to go, you're ready to build, you're ready for this new beginning, 111, but it's like, hold up. Oh, my whole leg dead. Left leg, feminine. Slow down, my friend. Six of Cups, Wheel of Fortune. Been here, done this, got the t-shirt. It's like, Spiral staircase, coming back to meet the lesson. Let's not sign up to another rodeo. It's like, this is done and dusted with. It's like, this is what, it's like, you don't want to come back to meet this feeling later. Why put this away in a box? It's like, no, when you have something you need to do on your to-do list, it's the last thing you want to do, or you have something to clear out and you think, oh, I'll deal with it later. It's like clearing out a room, putting it all in the cupboard. As much as you're going around your back doing your business, like going about your business, feeling like everything's clear and tidy, in the back of your head, you're like, you can see that mess in the cupboard, even though you know. You can see that mess in the cupboard, even though you can't see it right there and then. It's like, you know it's there. There's a knowing. Yes, feng shui, out of sight, out of mind. But still, if you're aware, it's like that job's lingering, that thing you know you need to do is lingering in the back of the mind. That's like putting this grief in the cupboard, putting this heartbreak in the cupboard, putting this pain in the cupboard. It's like you can walk around, everything's great, everything's fine in your new life, but meanwhile, it's like that's lurking in the cupboard. It's in the back of your mind, it's following you around. Go into it, feel it, because once it's done with, it's done with. You may want to be traveling to somewhere that has a different vibration. Different locations have different vibrations. Just being somewhere can put you into a different energy. It feels like you're being asked to really do what you can to embody what it is you want to feel moving forward, what it is you're creating. Align yourself with that. Clarify. Okay, you could be seeing yourself as all over the place, fighting for what's yours, what you know is yours, feeling like it's a fight. Feeling like something's maybe working against you or something's out to get you. Don't let those thoughts take over. In any given moment, we're given two options. To choose from our heart space or to choose from a lower place, 352. It feels like you could be feeling tempted to be a little wild. It's like, be as wild as you want, but don't be wild at your own detriment. Be mindful of your energies. Because it feels like you've worked so hard to create something, to balance yourself out, to master your emotions. It's like you're ready, you're prepared, renewed, transformed. It feels like some of you may have had a period of celibacy. It feels like renewal, cleansing, clearing, cutting cords, releasing trauma, clearing past, getting like past baggage out the way with. So something isn't being carried forward. However, there's some emotion here. Whatever this is, it feels like it could build up and has the potential to trigger you into moving into an old way of being, to go back to an old behaviour that you've already dealt with. This could almost happen unconsciously. If that builds up too far that it boils over. It's like, face this now so it doesn't subconsciously drive decision making and lead to some kind of regret. There's nothing to fear around this. This isn't something that's going to build up overnight. But the quickest way out of this is through it. And everything else, it's like everything's waiting, everything's aligned, everything's prepared. You've prepared yourself. It feels like the final hurdle, and that thing of the final hurdle right at the last minute, just before the level up, is when we get tested the most, and it feels like you could really be feeling a breaking point. But follow your intuition. Your intuition is going to be your best friend right now. It feels like you're going to be shocking yourself at your own self-discipline, at your own willpower, ability to say no to what once maybe could have pulled you in, lured you in some way. Page of Cups, external influences. Some of you could be feeling nervous. It's like distrust in yourself, worrying, even feeling it in yourself that you could be going back to an old thing, an old way of being. Playing with the idea of that, or just feeling like you're at breaking point. Feeling like you're going backwards. These situations are coming in to highlight this. Don't lead something with fear. 355. These situations are showing you how far you've come. That you can now say no to things that you once couldn't. That people now can't, the Tower. That people now can't take advantage of you that maybe once could. You asked for change. Yeah, you asked for change. Some of you, it's like, oh, if I knew it was going to be like this, I wouldn't have asked for it. Because it feels like asking for everything, asking for patience, asking to be successful, asking for money, asking for love, asking for whatever it is you've asked for. But it's like when we ask for patience, we're given situations to test our patience, to cultivate patience. When we want to feel like we don't need validation, when we want to feel sure of ourselves, when we want to feel confident, we're given situations to almost make us feel insecure so we can step up and take our own, like, back ourselves. And it feels like that confidence meaning self-trust is exactly what you need right now to overcome some kind of fear. It's like these things are coming up, yeah, okay, maybe trying to get you to doubt yourself. Are you gonna have it? It's like, it's a choice. Tell yourself what you need to hear. Again, and I always bring this up, but Marissa Peer, hypnosis, her technique, RTT, but she just teaches you that if you look up and then close your eyes with your eyes looking up. So it's like keep your eyes up as you shut your eyelids. And it puts you into a state of hypnosis. Tell yourself what you need to hear in the present tense. Whatever that is. I am confident, I am worthy, I am successful. One of her main ones is I am lovable. And a lot of us at the core is that we don't believe we're worthy of receiving love because of childhood wounds, because of programming, society, whatever it is. High Priestess. Feels like you're really being asked to remember your power. Ancestral. Judgment. You either just remembered who you are or you're about to remember who you are, rising from the ashes. Something's completely changing. It's like the final test, the final call. Are you ready to step up? Feels like you're about to make a huge decision. You're about to let it go, starting a new life, doing something differently. It's going to mean being in a new headspace. It's like a way of thinking that you once had. 10 of Swords, Page of Swords come out, and Strength is no longer serving you. It's like it's not going to work in this next chapter. Whatever it is. The High Priestess, yeah, this could be to do with feminine energy. With healing that. Trusting your intuition. Being able to stand strong in the face of that false evidence, fear, false evidence appearing real. Being able to stand strong in the face of that. Own your aura, open your heart when you're feeling scared, when you're feeling frightened, like how a child would, to really step up for yourself. Some of you, this is a conflicting energy though. But there's something coming through here. Let me just clarify. Yeah, the Lovers. The Moon. Readings. Okay, I don't really go into gender, but readings are usually genderless. But this is coming through like women, ladies. hello. Something about healing the feminine, to be ready to receive this. Some of you, it could be like hyper independence or unhealthy masculine energy, or maybe just having dominant masculine energy. It feels like this is something you're learning to shift. 4 a.m. Learning to shift, learning to balance out. I'm seeing the widow spider. There's something about, it feels like there's been a lot of hurt. It could have pushed you into your shell. It could have put, like, you have your armor on, that kind of thing. It feels like a softening, an understanding, a healing of love, a healing of the heart. And maybe regardless of gender, it feels like a coming together. Maybe this is your person, but it feels like a healing of the heart. Sunflowers on the TV, masculine and feminine coming together. That's how it feels. Divine feminine, divine masculine. And of course, healing's a lifelong journey, but it feels like you've both done a lot of work. 8 of Pentacles, something's coming to an end. It's like you're ready to meet this person, but there's needed to be changes. With the widow, it's like how the shadow aspect of the feminine, how like the widow will eat her mate. There's something about the aggression, the dark feminine, unhealed, not really unhealed, like wounded dark feminine energy. There could have been a lot of hate, maybe a lot of hate towards men, a lot of hate towards women, regardless of what it is. It's like some kind of hyper independence, like I don't need anyone, that kind of energy. It was like something needs to be balanced out for you to even be open to this coming in, because something from the past just had you pissed. That's how it feels. Who's that? 10 of Wands just fell on the floor. Whatever's done is done. Some of you may be wondering if someone's coming back. It's like you finally seen the light, that something just couldn't move forward. Enter confusion. 2 of Swords on the High Priestess, the Fool. This is something you've asked for. It feels special. Something for the long term. This could be like a life partner. Someone that you're with for the long term. An opportunity to build a family. Clarify. Okay. Some of you, it's like you could have a lesson about... Okay. Interesting. Do I go there really right now? Yeah. It's like there could be aspects of yourself that you felt were wrong, or that you punished yourself for in some way. It's like healing this. Somebody's going to accept you, all aspects of you. It's like understanding that you was never wrong for something. Again, this comes back to feeling like that shame thing. Maybe you like dim down your sexual nature. Maybe you like tone things down, or there was a fear of being in your feminine energy. There was a fear of expressing yourself, a fear of being sexual, a fear of being sensual, fear of creating. Like it's the same energy. It feels like you could have stopped doing something. But like what I was saying about the relationship with something, it's like by just removing something, deleting something, even with celibacy, it's like, even myself, I did this, and still now, I'm still working through this. But it's like, what are the intentions? How are you feeling? Are you honouring yourself, or are you doing it for a different reason? Because it's like, celibacy is just as healing as being physical with somebody. Depending on where you're at, what you need. It's like, what do you need? Don't put yourself in a box. You could be in that healing trap, or coming out of that, feeling like you need to do more, you need to take something further. It's like, how is that you energetically? How are you energetically stating that you are not worthy of love? these two little parrots come on the TV and they're kissing and it's the cutest little thing. We've got the sun. This is something myself like I battled with, because it's like coming out of sex addiction and so young as well, like things that happened. It's like celibacy was really a way for me to take my power back. And then it's like I was guided to start asking myself questions like, why are you doing this still? Like, is there still some shame? It's not wanting to express. And a lot of my addictions stem from not expressing, because I've been shamed for being in that energy, because of people that feel intimidated by that dark feminine energy, because of shame, because of the narrative that it's okay for men to move in a certain way but it's not okay for women. All these different programming, all this different trauma, whatever it is. But then it's like asking yourself what it is you actually need. A lot of the times it's like, even in terms of being celibate and wanting to stop doing certain things, some of the reasons for that come from a programming of doing the right thing, that good girl programming, feeling like this is what you're meant to do, this is what everyone does. And especially, it's like there's so many opinions, like the amount of opinions, my brain has been frazzled, and about everything from all different kinds of communities and things I'm hearing. It's like, you're wrong if you want to be in a relationship, because we're meant to be with more than one person in order for us to evolve. It's like, be free, be wild, family's an illusion. We need to have a family. We're meant to be here to continue the generations, and that family unit is sacred and it's necessary, and this is what you should be achieving. Then it's like, don't be too feminine, don't be too masculine. You're too masculine, you're too like whatever it is. Everybody's got an opinion on everything. Don't be celibate, do be celibate. Like, you're not having enough sex, you're having too little sex. You should be sober, you should enjoy yourself, you should do what feels right, you should follow your intuition, you should be vegan, you should eat meat, you should be keto, you should eat whatever it is. It's like everybody's got their own opinion, and it's like really the key to moving through anything, the key to having your happiness, is to ignoring everybody. Even the advice I give here, like everybody's like, ignore the noise. What makes you feel good? What feels right to you? What do you feel like your heart's saying to do right now? Because sometimes it's like doing the thing that you are fighting to not do is the exact thing you need to do in order to shift. And I'm not saying that as a permission slip to go and be doing something that you know you shouldn't be doing, but it's like taking a step back, slowing down, surrendering, and asking yourself the right questions. It's like coaching yourself. Sit yourself down and speak to yourself. Especially at this turning point, it's like everything you're manifesting, everything you're dreaming of, everything you're creating. It's like not worth throwing things away for an impulsive urge, for some kind of good time feeling that's going to dissolve within 24 hours or however long. It's like you've worked too hard for something. This test won't last forever. This energy is not going to last forever. It feels like you're going to quickly be moving out of this. The way to move out of this is to jump into your heart space. Plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience, there are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. Use logic and structure to increase your success. A firm but compassionate leader. A financial windfall. Your leadership skills are needed now. An unexpected supporter of your cause. Innovative, inspiring, wise and theatrical. This feels like divine union. This feels like twin flame energy. There is a better choice, not seeing things clearly, running away from the truth. It's like something is around the corner that you just can't even see right now. 411. Practice patience. Trust that things are unfolding. It's like you could be feeling an urge to rebel because of frustration or give up. It's like just because something's not working as quick as you want it to, it's not a sign to stop watering your garden. It's like things can happen in the slightest shift. People have plants and trees for months, for years, and water them and care for them, and they don't grow. Then all of a sudden, one day, boom, you've got a whole tree. Not quite obviously overnight, but then all of a sudden something grows, something that you thought was dead ignites itself. But it can't if you give up on it. Because it feels like maybe like rebelling, going on strike. I'm done with this. It's like set your boundaries, and set your boundaries when it comes to, especially if you're working with spirit, and I get like do what you need to, but it feels like this is in your best, like this is your best. These are what you're being guided to do is for your highest good. Something's over with, and that's for your highest good. There's a new path opening, that's for your highest good. But it feels like it's painful ego death, or really having to sit with some serious anger in order to move forward. But it's like you've got it in you to do this. Don't run from it again with that thing of feeling like that good girl, good boy programming, maybe something from childhood. Anger's sacred. Don't shame yourself for that. It's like feel that. Even the shame, it's like feel that. Transmute that. You're not your emotions, you're not your feelings, you're not your thoughts. You're the observer of those things. Be kind to yourself. Because it feels like some anxiety could be getting out of control. You don't want that affecting your physical health. Follow your intuition. And what we're saying about masking things, how we just, like in society, we rush to get a quick fix. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. I hope you get over that soon. Or I hope things get better soon. It's like, well, actually, sometimes shift your perspective. Sometimes things getting better soon means that we miss out on the lessons. We don't often learn as much in the good seasons as we do in the storm. You're in the storm right now. It's like, that's as luxurious as being in the sun. Depending on how you look at it. It's like you're really being asked to see things from a higher mind. Almost being grateful, not even almost. Being grateful. The dreamer. Grateful for the stress. Grateful for... It's like the storm that shaped you. Learning grace. Embrace your true purpose, begin a new adventure, trust yourself. It's like something's not over, something's just beginning. Wonderful news is on its way, smart choices that bring rewards, success and public recognition. I'm on 43 minutes, but I just want to pull 3 more decks. Well, I don't think I've got it. Who's this? The rabbit, fear, speaks for itself. Don't let fear get in the way. But it's like when those fears come up, don't run away from them. Sit and feel it. Hold yourself through that. Change the narrative, change the feeling. Trying to be positive every time you feel negative doesn't release the negative, but bringing awareness to that negative transmutes that into positive. Make time to focus on your own spiritual well-being and connect to the metaphysical world around you. The cat. Number 68, Habua. 4444 on the clock. He is elegant and noble and altruistic in his relationships thanks to his spiritual instinct, powerful, intelligent, and capable of deep analysis. His honest conduct protects him from problems and negative influence. He is well liked wherever he goes. Sometimes he finds that doors are closed to him, but for every closed door there are others that will open for him. He hands his future over to God with total confidence and security. Planet the moon. Reasons for invoking: to have productive land, to have children with partners, to protect health, and to possess general healing powers. Page number 46. I'm going to leave it there. If it still resonate, like, share and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys soon. Sending so much love.